Alright, I'm back with another fucking mess. Those are supposed to be stink lines, but apparently I can't even draw stink lines right today. Goodbye, Kahlua. You make art, you make a fucking mess. Mystery solved. The loot and the weapon were found in my shop. They were there the entire time. So, albeit a bit messy, the square rhubarb apple pie was a success. I dropped a piece off to my neighbor, who was so kind to let me use her rhubarb, and it just so happened to be her birthday today when I brought it over, and rhubarb apple is her favorite, so it was a success. A success! So these square pieces are kind of nice too. They fit in these containers pretty nice. Pecans were a success on the salad, but the beer bread was maybe just a little bit too moist, damp, what have you, already for the soup. I should have dried it out. Well, they've sat out overnight. I'm going to make croutons out of these, though, as well as the rest of the homemade bread. Yay! So there's my mustache. I'm growing it out, and it'll be like your chia pet that you can watch as you continue to watch these episodes. This is like 4 days growth, and I didn't shave today, but I have been shaving the rest, believe it or not. Mustache. Well, thanks to Blue Apron and my abundance of shopping, we're actually pretty stocked with food, and I have been trying to just keep on top of everything and not waste any food. Shopping for 2 weeks is more of a foreign concept to me than was cooking at home. But anyway, so this one was meh. This one we made this morning, oddly. Sue made it, really, I should say. And it was good. I'm going to give that one a star. And we'll probably make this again at home. The strength of Blue Apron is that they have decent recipes, and sometimes they're really simple and have good cooking techniques. And the recipe is like something that's more of just a sum, more than just a sum of its parts. And this one was, I would say, it reached that level. So Sue cooked the kale a little bit, but honestly, and this would be fine with like apple slices instead of pears probably, but we'll make this one again. I meant to add that Blue Apron's recipes are free online. They send you a nice card with the ones that you make, but you can access their recipes online, and Sue and I will do what we call Dirty Apron, and sometimes just use their recipes 1 week, but buy the food on our own. And yeah, there's definitely recipes from them that are in our regular rotation. This will probably be one of them. So I mentioned homemade bread. Sue makes bread a lot in the bread machine. And I bought a bunch of these at one time when I was seeing them used because I thought it would be fun to try to run a bunch at once for whatever fucking reason. And I just ended up blowing a circuit in the house. So we really only need one of these, and I think we have an extra one. So if anybody's interested, wants to fucks with the bread machine, hit us up. Sue's got a bunch of clothes to donate as well, except I don't even know if places are accepting donations now or not. If you need some clothes in your local, hit us up. All right, and here I got pawpaw seeds from my collecting of tasty fruit that I need to get planting. If you're local and you want to try growing some pawpaw trees, let me know. I've got seeds and I've got seedlings as well that I can, I'm going to dig up. Well, you know what a pain in the ass this is. Don't use dish soap on your skillets, but you can soak them. And you can use your old credit cards to scrape them out with. Let that soak. We got the slop trough here. We're going to make some fucking tuna salad, because tuna salad isn't about enjoying the food. It's just about using it up, right? But you gotta enjoy it a little bit. So I'm just doing a clean out. I'm going to use what I have on hand that's looking like it's ripe to go in. This has been sitting in our pantry for way too long, and we have yet another can of it, so in it goes. Someone knows the sound of an opening tuna can. A kitty cocktail. I'll skip the milk, though. No, you want the milk? Well, too bad. Here, I think you'll enjoy the tuna rinse. Yes, Junior likes it. Look at that tail. Not quivering a bit, but thoughtful. Engaged, even. She's really going at it. Eek's outside missing all this. We'll have her cocktail al fresco. Here you go. Pick this shit up while I'm at it. Come on, 5 o'clock. Grated carrot from our salad last night and some tomato slices I saved, which I'll continue to save. I don't think I want that in my tuna salad, but I'm going to get those carrot shreds. All right, I'm going to save some of these beets. We've got some cheeses, this raspberry farmer's cheese in particular. It's quite old that I think I might try broiling on these, but here's what I'm going to dice into the tuna salad. Just enough olives so that Sue won't notice. Alright, it's all in the slop trough there. Time to mix in some mayo. Adds value mayo, I don't give a fuck, except it's probably going to turn this shit pink with all the pickled beets and calamatas in there. Pink tuna salad. Like 1/3 the price of Hellmann's, by the way, and it's fine. I don't know that much. If I need more, I'll add more. Well, not Pepto-Bismol pink, but, you know, looks alright. See how it tastes. Pretty darn good, actually. Nice saltiness from the pickled stuff that's in there. Don't need to add salt. Just enough mayonnaise. I'm happy. All right, slop trough's back in the fridge. I got a tuna salad sandwich started, and I got some sprouts from the sprouter. Still some more to get to in there. Gonna rinse these off and add them to my sandwich. I got my sandwich. I've got my little onions set aside, and I might make some pimento cheese. We'll see what I've got in the fridge. And yeah, now for one of my favorite activities, eating over a sink full of dirty dishes. Alright, so I soaked the pan and rinsed it out, but there's still a little bit of burned on crap in here that I gotta get to, so this is what I'll use, is a little bit of that, and then some paper towel. Wipe it out. Really, you should rinse out your pan as soon as you're done using it, and then season it with a little bit of oil, but life gets ahead of us all sometimes, and even then, sometimes whatever you cook in the pan is just too sticky to easily rinse out, and this salt scrub with a paper towel is a good way to get those trouble spots. And you can just feel it where there's a sticky, nasty spot, and you can see it right around in here is where I'm trying to clean. And this will take it off, and you can see it kind of sticks to it, and then eventually you just won't even feel it anymore. And if you don't have a cast iron pan, or skillet, you should think about getting one. I like mine quite a bit, and really, you want old ones, and you might have to re-season it, and I don't have an episode about that in me. This is supposed to be short stuff, but the sign of a good quality pan, skillet, whatever, is that you can slide your finger right across it, and it's like machined flat. You don't feel any pebbling or anything like that. That is just, well, it looks a little dirty, but whatever. That is a nice, flat surface. You can hear that. Listen to that. That's what keeps it from being super sticky. So I'm going to finish wiping this with some salt, rinse it out again, put a little oil on it, heat it. Yummy. Skillet's wiped out. Just add a little oil. Not even that much, really. I might have overdone it there, but whatever. And then just wipe it in. And then I'm going to have a glass of water because I need a palate cleanser between a tuna sandwich and what I'm about to drink. Because we got to have a drink tonight, don't we? I mean, it's well after 5 now. Shit, I'm late. You were thinking about getting a cat, maybe? Think again. Oh yes, it's garbage night, and the feeling's right. Oh yes, it's garbage night. Oh, what a night. So I'm taking a moment to gather my thoughts. I got my trusty 3-hole punch, which was thoughtful enough to spread fucking office confetti everywhere, and then when I opened it up, it was full of dried cat barf. Remember what I said about thinking about getting cats. So anyway, this one's a keep it, and it'll go into our trusty folder of Blue Apron. You know what, I'm just going to do it this way on this one because that edge is ruined from whatever wet thing was in that fucking package. Alright, wow. Some of this stuff is surprisingly hard to do one-handed. Yep. Alright, Jesus, alright. Well, you can just trust me and I'm going to put it in here because apparently I can't do that one-handed, but this is one of 2 Ziggy folders I have full of Blue Apron recipes that we like. I'll add a star to this one as well, and maybe our suggestions as well. And then this is what we'll be cleaning out tonight. We got some we get a lot of berry liquors and liqueurs and wine that are open and ready to go, and nothing better than like a nice like strawberry milk type drink to go along with tuna salad. You've seen me eat grosser stuff though. And then I can enjoy it in my nice clean living room. Maybe not. Okay, I'll save the milk-based drink for maybe when Sue gets home and use some of that almond milk. But so, Diamori Raspberry was recommended to us as a Chambord substitute, and I mean, you can substitute it, but there's frankly no substitute for Chambord. It's really expensive for a reason, and that's one of those ones I would not recommend going on the value brand for. So, making a zipper that's 1 ounce Chambord, we'll call that Chambord. 1 ounce vodka, and top up with, 2 ounces of 7-Up. Mine is like, I'm making like a double, I guess. That's 1.5 ounces Diamori, 1.5 ounces of Tetas there, and then some John Maxon wine to top up to 4 ounces. Take a drink, because I mentioned John Maxon. Alright, so that goes in. And then I'll top up with 7-Up. The zipper, not too bad. That recipe from Blue Apron called for some powdered Parmesan, which we don't usually have around, but I think we might get some Pizza Pros this week, and I might ask for some extra Parmesan packets from them. If you order from Pizza Pros, ask for Jeff. But yeah, we haven't really been ordering food at all. The last time we ordered out, it was Pizza Pros, and that was like 3 weeks ago, maybe more, maybe 4. I don't even remember the last time we actually got it, but yeah, I think we're due. Fucking 3-hole punch. God damn it, DeKelb. I smell the mega dump. I tease Sue sometimes by calling her Stubbs, because she'll leave behind stuff like this. That's cream cheese. What the fuck am I gonna do with that? Alright, softening this block of sealed cream cheese, because I'm gonna make some pimento cheese. I looked at a recipe, I know it's cheating, but I don't have any jalapeno peppers, but I'll figure something out for the heat in it, plus spices and whatnot. Alright, so since the comedy of this format is sort of derived from me doing chores that I generally hate, here's one that I particularly fucking hate, is digging for the right thing in this cabinet, and I need to get a mixing bowl out. I looked at a recipe for pimento cheese, and yeah, I'm gonna use the mixer. Oh, alright. It's not so bad this time, I don't think. Okay, cool, that's the mixer bowl. Everything's like fucking Jenga in there in this precarious fucking pile. And it's like fucking Philippe's closet. I try to like put it back together, but it's fucking hopeless. Yeah, that's all, really. Maybe this will become a recurring segment here. Alright, so this is going to be like a play on pimento cheese, because I don't have pimentos and I don't have jalapeno peppers, but I've got some pepperoncinis, and I've got these hot pickles that Sue made. They're refrigerator pickles, and we're just being too slow on eating them, so they're pretty hot. And there's some garlic cloves in there and some onions and scallions, so I'm just going to chop that up. And then I was 50-50 on using the mixer for this, but you got to combine cream cheese and mayonnaise. And this goes out to Sue's sister, Lori, who hates mayo. And all you haters out there, back off. Love mayo. So I'm going to add some beet chunks too, but Yeah, I'm also gonna, I should probably get the croutons going, eh? We're in the value corner. put him in the value corner. All right, so here we go with the mayo and the cream cheese. I got all the soft stuff in here. I'm trying to get it to blend fairly smooth. We're gonna want I want the chunks from the cheddar cheese shreds, not the cream cheese. We got all our other stuff diced here. I got some beets and pepperoncinis, and I actually found some roasted red peppers, which I put back in the fridge. I'm gonna skip the capers, because that seems like a lot already. I might not even use all that. Fucking cabinets, there's nothing. There's no room for anything under my fucking swear. Okay, so, yeah, I'm just gonna stir that stuff in. Oh, and get some cheddar cheese. All right, I got my butter and oil in the pan. That's almost a half stick. I know it seems like a lot, but I think that's about what Sue ended up using last night. This looked a little wet, so I squeezed it out with another bowl and a paper towel in the sink, and I'm just gonna fold it in here, along with the cheese. We could have gone heavier with the cheddar cheese, but I'm gonna leave it there and mix it up and see if it needs it, really, because I don't mind saving a little extra cheddar. Alright, I seasoned with this stuff, and I'm sneezing like a motherfucker now. I'm gonna mix it in. I didn't go crazy, because there's already a little bit of sriracha and hot sauce in there, and plenty of horseradish too, so it's gonna be pretty spicy, I think. Now I get to live my Supper Club relish tray wishes over a dirty sink. Delightful. Since the slop trough is full, we'll use the slop bucket. The hogs won't mind. So, I don't know if this is a funny story or not, but I always think about this when I see croutons. But when I was roommates with a fellow named Paul, it was just him and I at this little place in Champaign, little cinder block college apartment. It was a good situation, one of my favorite years of college. Anyway, so Paul was a how should I put it, exuberant roommate to live with, and I remember one time him finishing off an entire box of like grocery store garlic croutons and just coming at me, waggling his crouton encrusted tongue and breathing Parmesan breath at me. And anyway, just one of those vivid memories of living with somebody for a school year, you know. Anyway, shout out to Paul if he's watching. Good fellow in a very high-paying and professional job now. Alright, they're singing to me, looking nice and brown, and let them cool in the pan and then transfer them over. And you'd think after that story I wouldn't like croutons as a snack, but they're actually kind of great, and since we don't have any chips or anything in the house, I've been eating them quite a bit. I have no idea how they stack up health-wise, but they're good on a salad, better than potato chips. The dishwasher, oops, all bowls, knives, and silverware edition. Looks like Austin's been cooking, aka cutting and mixing things. Oh, if only life could be all bowls. Eekers, come home! AKA Junior, go outside. This wily cat. There's my not so hot looking dandelions. I don't know if we're gonna make that salad from Jacques Pepin, at least this time around. What will we ever do? I don't know if we'll have any more dandelions. Alright, you. I'm coming for you. Yes, I am. Come on. Oh, that wasn't so hard. Alright, here we go. Make sure you get the dirty ass sink. Okay. So this is, instead of Chambord this time, we've got some Appalachian Distillery Blackberry Moonshine. It's 40 proof, which is a little more than Chambord. So, this is the bitch's tit, which Sue misremembered as a bloody nipple and I guess that's that one. Anyway, it's got... I made 3 shots, this with 3 shots of that, and then some vitamin D milk. Apparently Austin went shopping, and topped it with the maraschino cherry and some of that Lucerne brand Ready Whip or whatever. Putting maraschino cherries on everything now because I have them. So Sue says it tastes like strawberry quick, and I forgot to make the joke because I am obsessed with aquafaba. I put some in this to make it a little extra frothy, and also so I could call it a bitch's tit with a bloody nipple with a shot of bean juice. Supper club wishes and bitch's tit dreams. This is just a Babadook cat. This is something I set up to shoot earlier and turned around thinking it was a cat, and nope. Well, I think this one gets a standing over the sink ovation, eh?
Oh yeah.
So I've seen a number of ways demonstrated to peel garlic, and I think the most useful way that I've ever seen is to smash it a little bit under the heel of your hand, which you can't see, but this isn't the important part. You just want to break that outer skin, and then you just kind of give it the old... Comes out pretty clean. Let's see that again. Works pretty good. It's a mess. I mean, not gonna lie, but it worked. I use this tonight because Penzi sends us a lot of samples, but what's in there? Salt, black pepper, paprika, Turkish oregano, cayenne, garlic, celery seed, Mexican oregano, cumin, basil, nutmeg, marjoram, thyme, rosemary. That's a lot of stuff in there, but you could much more simply season that. So I've got this in here with some oil, lime, vinegar, garlic. We're going to marinate that an hour. Vegetables sliced up, then I used a red and a green pepper because I thought it would be nice, and then that left a little bit more than I wanted to use, so I put that in there with some celery sticks, and we'll use that for a pimento spread. So while I was marinating, marinating the fajitas, I decided to dig out that extra ball of dough and do something with it. And look at these little cute fuckers. I'm going to make a lattice top. There's the rest that I rolled out and cut strips of. I mean, I'm not going to get too fancy with it. They'll look about as good as the rest of my shit, but that's about the right amount of those. So some frozen blueberries, which I'll mix with some sugar and cinnamon tomorrow. Cinnamon's the key. And then also, if you like blueberry pies, you should find some service berries in your neck of the woods and make them into a mock blueberry pie in early June. Oh, goodbye. What is it? You're thinking. What Junior's thinking, her tail twitches. What do you want, Junior? Do you want treats? Do you want kitty dope? You want dope? Okay. There you go. Oh, go ahead. It's in your box. Finicky little cat. I'm going to cook the vegetables first, then save them in a bowl, and then add the marinating beef. And I'm going to throw in some shoestring beets at the end because what the hell, a little extra veggie. And then a place in town, the Junction, makes the chicken fajita pita, which is on these, basically. Or they do a beef fajita pita too. I usually get the chicken fajita pita though, and I really enjoy it. And I got these because that's how I will like it. Alright, there's the vegetables. We'll salt and pepper and some oil. Veggies are out. Beef will go in. Pan's heating. So just a few minutes for these, and then we'll add the veggies back in. Kronos, your zipper fucking sucks. Heating those up in my other skillet, and I'm going to add some of this stuff to the whole mix once it goes back in the pan, because it's been sitting around too long, and some beets too, why not? Alright, it's been a few minutes. I don't know if this is going to get a sear on the beef or not, but I'm just going to add the vegetables in. Not a ton of beets, but maybe some of those. Actually, I'll wait on those a bit. Nip the corner off that fella. Turn the heat off, but cast iron stays pretty hot, so I'm just going to let this cook for a bit in the pan. Some of that salsa, and just mix it in. Oh, and I remembered those tomato slices. I'm just pile them on the pan so they get a little hot with everything. Set it back to low, and then I think it's about ready to just cover any of the spots that you sprayed with the filling with your condiments, and then you're good to go. Yeah, you'll live to beat another day. Alright, so this is going to be like a French martini. I had some pineapple syrup left in the fridge. My sloe gin from the other night. I'm gonna add a little bit of that there blackberry. Alright, so I stirred it rather than shook it, but good enough for me. Add a little bit of John Maxon wine as well. Take a drink. I split that last one and it was pretty good too. Get in there, you.